Well, good evening, everyone. Thank you for sticking with us. We really appreciate it. I am so overwhelmed. At the break, we all went in the room and we're exhausted, and we've just been sitting here. You're all amazing, and it is an honor to share the stage with you, and an honor to have all of you here, so thank you. I want you all to close your eyes. Now, there's risk in doing this at 5 minutes to 11. So please, when I ask you to open your eyes, if you would do that, I'd appreciate it. I want you to close your eyes and picture the biggest, ugliest, gross garbage can that you can. It's got food hanging out of it. It smells awful. It's in an alley. It's awful, all right? Now, why would I ask you after this beautiful evening to picture this ugly garbage can? You can open your eyes now, but don't forget the garbage can. Because it's a tool that I want you to use. I want you to use it every time you let your own head trash get in your way. Now, what's head trash, you might ask? I stole this from my friend Tom Garrity. I always have to give him credit. But here's what head trash is. It's the negative self-talk that gets in our way of success. And we do it to ourselves all of the time. How often do you find yourself talking yourself out of an opportunity? Not taking a risk because you're not smart enough. You don't have enough experience. You're not tall enough. You're not short enough. Your hair is the wrong color. Now, it's getting late, and I think I'm funny, but thank you for laughing. I'm adding some of those silly things in there because that's exactly what head trash is. It's all of this silly stuff that we say to ourselves about how we are not good enough and aren't qualified, and we spend time letting that get in our way. I used to do it all of the time. I used to worry and worry and worry about what other people thought and plan, how am I going to plan my day and my activities and the way I present things to adjust to what other people would think about me. And then I said I needed to stop, because it was a waste of energy. And I was putting all this time and energy into worrying about other people and what they thought. And I realized that if I operated with integrity, with the best intentions, did my research, if I was open and honest with communication, oh, hi, balcony. I just noticed you up there. That if somebody had a problem with that, that was their issue and not mine. That is so freeing. And I encourage every single one of you to do that. Be the best version of you. Do things for the right reason, but don't worry so much about what other people think. You're not going to change everybody's mind. You are not going to be perfect. It's impossible, but you can be the best version of you. So today is the day that I'm challenging you to take out the trash. Today is the day when you have that negative head trash that I challenge you to stop it. And this is an easy thing to remember. Stop it. You start telling yourself, well, you're not good enough and you can't do something, just stop. Catch yourself doing it and stop. And I have some tools to share with you. The first tool is apologize, don't ask. And I tried to put these in little simple things that you can remember. 3 words. Apologize, don't ask. So many times we have a great idea. We're ready to put it out there. We've done our research. It's awesome. We know it's the thing that's going to change the world. And then we ask for somebody's permission to do it. We ask for their opinion. And when they say no, we're offended, we're angry, They say they don't know what they're talking about. And worst of all, most of the time, we just don't do it. Because we assume maybe they are smarter than us, they know better, or we're afraid of failure. But here's the thing. Most of the time, if it's a good idea and you've done your research and you're knowledgeable, and every one of you is knowledgeable in a lot of things. We're all knowledgeable in different things, but we're all knowledgeable. We're all put on this earth with gifts. And when you pursue that idea and it turns out to be right, you never have to apologize. People will congratulate you. Thank you for nodding at me, Jesse. They'll congratulate you. They'll say, wow, what a great idea. They'll get behind you. They'll follow you. So I challenge you to have the courage to put your ideas out there. And you won't actually have to apologize in the long run because you had the courage to put it out there. So first and foremost, apologize, don't ask. And since it's late, I'm going to ask you to say that back to me. Apologize, don't ask. Excellent, class. Well done. The second tool, have courage. You're hearing a common theme here, by the way, right? Have courage. I think that so much of our head trash is actually about insulating ourselves from failure. And we talk ourselves out of things because we're afraid of making a mistake, afraid of taking that risk, afraid of doing something awful. But the only way that we learn is by taking risks and making mistakes. And every time we have the courage to try something, we'll learn something new. Now, I'll tell you a story. It's not tragic, but it was tragic to me, and I was terrified of public speaking throughout my whole entire childhood, high school, college, grad school. I would get in front of a group, gripping my index cards, my knees quaking, my voice shaking, and God forbid that one of the index cards fell down out of the pile, because then the whole thing was gone and I was paralyzed. You've had this experience? Yes. All right. Well, and I will tell you, for 1 second when my papers fell off, the little music stand here, I was like, oh, that's sort of like when the cards would fall. All right, come on, guys, laugh. It's late, I know. So I could have gone through my whole life being afraid of public speaking, but I said, no, I need to, if I'm going to be successful in life, I need to get over this. I need to learn how to do public speaking. So I took a speaker's boot camp. And I would love to tell you that solved the whole problem, but it really just gives you the skill sets. What solved the problem was starting to force myself to get in front of audiences and speak. Raising my hand when somebody needed somebody to deliver a message, present an award, offer remarks. And the more I did it, the better I became. And so I challenge all of you to have that courage, because every time you have courage, you will learn something, you will take a risk, and every time you do so, it will make you stronger. So that's my second tool. Have courage, and ready? Say it. Have courage. Okay, you're getting a little sleepy out there. All right, tool number 3, be your biggest fan. If you don't believe in you, how in the world can anyone else believe in you? It's so critically important to love yourself. It is so important to work on the things that you don't love about yourself. If there's something you don't think you have a talent in, then learn it. Go out there. You've heard from all these wonderful people today about things they did to learn to make their life better. All of you have the power to do that as well. And when you hear that little voice in your head introducing that self-doubt, shut it down. Don't listen to it. In Jim Collins' book, Good to Great, the very first line says, good is the enemy of great. And I like to add to that fine is the enemy of good. I'd love it if he would pick that up and say, wow, this really cool woman added this to my quote. But think about that. How often on any given day do you settle for fine or good in your own life when just a little bit of extra effort can deliver greatness? And that's completely in your control. And it's fun too, because people notice. And then they start to say, wow, she's great, or he's great, for the men in the room. So as we depart this evening, don't leave yet though, because there are other great speakers. I encourage you to take out your trash. Throw it away. Stop telling yourself you're not worthy. Don't let it sneak in. Say stop it anytime it comes in. And once you get it out of there, do not go dumpster diving, trying to pull it back out and say, oh, I really liked when I beat myself up a lot and tell myself how awful I am. Just don't do it. It's a waste of energy. Put the energy into positive things. Put the energy into developing yourself, learning skills that you're worried about, helping other people, meeting other people. E.E. Cummings, and you guys know who he is, the Winnie the Pooh guy, said, once we believe in ourselves, and I sort of picture Piglet saying this. I don't think he did, but once we believe in ourselves, we can risk curiosity, wonder, spontaneous delight, or any experience that reveals the human spirit. Isn't that nice? And then Golda Meir said, trust yourself. And the second sentence, I want you to listen very closely to it. She didn't say that part, that's my. Create the kind of self that you will be happy to live with all your life. Make the most of yourself by fanning the tiny inner sparks of possibility into flames of achievement. So catch yourself before you spiral into self-pity. And granted, I know it's easy to do. But catch yourself and talk yourself into taking a risk, taking the lead. Be bold, be courageous. Believe in yourself. And as Oprah said, courage is feeling the fear, but doing it anyway. Thank you.